All right, so rituals. I got to say, sometimes I think rituals, and I just think like a little too out there,
Yeah, I get that.
like crystals and chanting, that kind of thing. But this source we're looking at today, it really takes a different angle.
Oh, yeah.
It's from, it's called The Profound Importance of Rituals and Spiritual Awakening. And it's by, it seems like, this group, the Sacred Atlantean Brotherhood.
Yeah.
And the author is someone named Waxhira.
Interesting.
And it really tries to lay out not just what rituals can do, for spiritual growth, but the reasons why they actually work, from their point of view, at least. So by the end of this, you'll have a better sense of both sides of that coin.
Okay, so right off the bat, what I find interesting is this Waxhira, like, they don't just see rituals as, like, symbolic actions. They're more than that.
Right, more than just going through the motions, right?
Exactly. They say that rituals can actually leave, like, this lasting impression on the intellect, almost like they get past all our usual mental clutter,
Yeah.
And that's what creates this deeper impact.
Lasting impression. I mean, that's pretty powerful if it's true. But, like, how does that even work? Are they saying it's, like, a psychological thing?
Yeah.
Or is there something more to it?
Well, it seems like they're talking about experiential learning, which, is different from just sitting there getting information poured into your head.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like learning by doing, right.
Exactly. We learn best when we're actively doing something, right? Engaging with an idea. And so Waxira is saying rituals are like that, like a hands-on approach to your spiritual growth, So it creates this experience that stays with you even after the ritual's over.
So it's not just about doing the steps. It's about how much you're into it, how present you are.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that makes me think about stuff like meditation. The more you do it, the more ritualistic it becomes, right? And the more focused you get each time.
Totally. And that ties into what Waxira says about rituals and concentration. They're connected.
Okay, so they're saying rituals help you focus better.
Yeah, but not like you suddenly get superpowers or something. It's more about like intentionally aligning your attention through these actions, these practices.
So instead of wishing I had better focus, I should try incorporating more rituals to train my mind to pay attention.
Think of it like how athletes get into that flow state. It's not magic. It's practice, practice, practice. And that focused awareness, like what Waxhira is talking about with ritual.
Right. Okay. Now, this next part, this was interesting. Waxhira says, even our everyday routines, like just normal stuff, can have rituals in them.
Okay.
It's like they're saying that even something as simple as, I don't know, making coffee every morning could have a spiritual side to it.
I see it as like an encouragement to be more mindful, present, even in simple stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Like if you pay attention to all those little steps when you're making your coffee, like how you do it, the intention behind it, it can almost become a ceremony.
That's a cool way to look at it.
It's about shifting your perspective, seeing that ritualistic aspect, even in the ordinary things we do.
Now, all this is super interesting.
Yeah.
But I do have to wonder about, like, the source itself, right? This is coming from the Sacred Atlantean Brotherhood. They probably have their own whole belief system going on.
Right.
So how much of this is, like, their specific perspective versus a more universal idea about rituals?
That's an important point to keep in mind. While I do think Waxhira makes some thought-provoking points about rituals, it's definitely coming from a particular school of thought,
Yeah.
Like, there are definitely other traditions that view rituals completely differently, so it's always good to keep an open mind and explore different perspectives on all this.
So the takeaway here is rituals can be pretty powerful for your spiritual journey, but you got to approach them thoughtfully. It's not about blindly following one path, but more about like exploring how these practices, even the simple everyday stuff, can make us more aware, help us understand things better,
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
deepen our understanding.
And, as you're going about your day, think about this.
Okay.
What are those, like, totally normal things you do that you could maybe turn into mindful rituals? Like, just little things to bring more intention and meaning into your experience. That's a question worth thinking about, I think.
Food for thought, for sure.
Definitely.